Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, this is going to be a pretty special reading. I'm getting solstice energies, so we're going to be bringing some light to the cosmic mission here. The first question or the first energy I've been told to pull cards on is literally, what are the feminine and masculine collective polarities doing for humanity and humanity's ascension and the becoming at this time? So let's have a look. What can we know for the 5D, the energetic purpose, mission, work, cutting edge that the masculines are anchoring onto the earth plane at this time? Okay. We are getting Chamber of Exhilaration, Enthusiasm, Learning, Generosity, and Fortune. Okay, so let's get some cards here to see how that is showing up in the 3D through their lives. Emotionally, what can we see for the masculines emotionally regarding enthusiasm, learning, generosity, and fortune? Okay, the shadow, the 3D. So literally it's bringing light to the 3D. It's showing what true fortune is, what true generosity is. It's showing the energetic learning, the revelation, and the enthusiasm for solving the problem of the 3D. Bit by bit, one change at a time, one balanced, there's a yin yang, one balanced change at a time. The 3D is losing its grip, and true abundance, aliveness is coming through in the emotions. So emotionally, the divine masculines are starting to advocate for themselves more. I just heard, okay, and then we get this volatile subconscious lunar energy. So I just heard emotionally, you've had a hand in this. Becoming divine feminine as your counterpart's twin flame, your lunar feminine, divine feminine energy has rocked their boat recently. Something that they thought was a fixed assumption in the 3D has been shown that it wasn't, that it was contrary. There's a contrary truth. There's a guardedness here, a bit of a triggering. Something you've done or said or exemplified has triggered your divine masculine emotionally right now, but it is they who are tasked with interpreting those triggers and transmuting them from the suffering to the light. And so it is propelling them to understand these cosmic tasks the masculines are being utilized for regarding continued learning, growth, generosity, and fortune. There is something that you have stimulated as a mirror in their world that has grounded this idea of lifelong learning and getting past assumptions, getting past the illusions. You have made them grow. You've triggered them to find feminines. So let's see what they will do with this. How will this play out? Purity. So their thoughts are becoming purified. Oh my goodness, I have one hair. Their thoughts are becoming purified when we eliminate faulty logic, assumptions, illusion. We become more pure. So no matter how uncomfortable it is, there is still a progression towards the light. I just heard it's a purification. So you are an energetic accountability buddy. Just likewise, your masculine is that for you, divine feminines, but there is a purity. This is a tandem effort. It's a quantum entanglement. And this again is the definition of divine love. These are divine love templates. And it is because it creates this spiritual growth in the counterparts that it is divine love. Divine love is designed to propel us to greatness, to bring us into truth, to create spiritual maturity. That is why these are divine love templates, because that is the evolution that unfolds when we find ourselves on a twin flame journey. It is not a casual relationship meant to come and result in simply romantic union. It shapes the evolution of the counterparts, and it's a gift to humanity because it becomes a shining example of real authentic being and love. So it's a cosmic purity coming in. What can we see for the conscious mind in the 3D for the masculines at this time? Oh, the divine masculine shows up. King of Wands. For me, the King of Wands is the shaman. It's the empowerment. It's the non-conforming, non-traditional spirituality that removes all obstacles. Ganesha. This is a energy of not taking no for an answer, not being limited by the illusions. So mind and emotions are in alignment here. There is a desire to get past binding, to get past limitation, to grope through the impasse energy. A continued learning. The status quo was reached and met, and now it's time to keep going. So the beginning of a new cycle, I just heard, where the divine masculines are empowered through another threshold of limiting belief structure, that they are shifting their paradigms. They are seeing themselves as thought leaders, innovators, pioneers. They are going into uncharted territory. They are stepping into channeling. They see a new opportunity arising. They feel a new solar backing. That is the divine masculine to the subconscious feminine. They're bringing to light consciousness. They are channeling heightened instructions. They're getting downloads. They're being given missions. We saw that in yesterday's reading, that they are, I'm sorry, I've got this hair on my face. They are being given a higher purpose now coming in, which will be unlocking their abundance. It's no longer the get-rich-quick schemes, the successes of the world. They're seeing their giftings, their talents, their embodiment is what's going to bring their fortune, their abundance, and bring them past the limitations of unworthiness and lack. What can we see will happen next? What is the result of this motion for the masculines? Transformation. They are not going to recognize themselves. They are stepping into they are stepping into this truth. I just laughed because I don't know, I think it was that hair in front of me. It looked like the masculine just winked. Like they kind of had a hunch all along. They were destined for greatness. That was so funny. I know I'm not crazy, but that was interesting to see that the way this hair just went in front of my face. It looked like they're like, yeah, we knew this all along. So cute. So yes, the transformation is underway, and this card did come out in the reverse. So it's like the divine masculines have said. You might not have seen this becoming, but it's been in the works. I've known more than you have, or that I've told you I have known all along. Give me some credit, divine feminine, I just heard. Okay, what can we see for the physical realm? How is this enthusiasm? Oh, that's way too many. Or is it? Okay, it makes perfect sense. I glimpsed the cards, we're going with it, but there's a lot here. So just quickly, I just heard, what is quick in the scope of eternity? It is quick whether we do 50 cards or one card. That's what the divine just corrected me with. How beautiful. Okay, we're doing them all. So in the physical, what is this enthusiasm, learning, generosity, fortune? I'm hearing bless your enemies. The reason we say that is so when people step into their abundance, when our needs are met, when we are in free flow, free from worries and cares, we're at our best. And that is the energy that's coming in for the divine masculines to put wind in their sails. The hard work, divine masculines, that you've been doing under the surface is reaching a boiling point where it's going to start activating really great things into the world. The ascension process, this up-leveling of truth and unconditional love and sovereignty climbing this DNA helix, the ladder, the evolution here, the higher thoughts, the ascended thoughts. Your diligence is paying off. Continue, Divine Masculines, to drop the burden, seek higher guidance. So Divine Feminines, your masculine is becoming more meditative as a way of life. This is the praying without ceasing energy. This is the remembering to offload the struggle and keep going, just keep swimming. The alchemy for this brand new beginning on the destined path moving forward. Wow, 4 major arcana here. So because there is a dropping of ego, because there has been a consciousness level reached, a time capsule has been reached where it's kicking off. There's this energy of things kicking off in the physical, and the masculines off to the races here. The real, true, alchemical becoming, the times we've been waiting for. The masculines are about to step into these higher heart, higher love, higher mission, true activation, embodiment, movement forward. This is the 5D navigation. The energetics have aligned. The time capsules are opening. The missions are coming in. So that's happening in the physical. And then we also get this theme of heartache here, the third energy, whatever it's been that has been the resistance that's been creating this will to live, will to survive, will to thrive, to be fully alive. Whatever that struggle, the resistance has been, it's giving way to these manifestations beginning to come in. So it looks like the Divine Masculines advocating for their new path, they're forging their new innovative creative outlets, their creative paths forward in the name of higher love. Your love is partly backing this. They know that at least there's that one person out there who knows they've got this, that is rooting for them, that would do the same if it were them, that gets it. So Divine Feminine, this higher love, you are a triangulation of divine will, your masculine, and this permission by proxy that you exist. The masculines know that they're not in it alone. They've got you and your vote of confidence, I'm hearing. This has become enlightened. Wow. Okay, so we've got karma juxtaposed between this yes or no pendulum, the life of karma, and then the freedom you represent, that you embody, that they want to emulate, I just heard. So Divine Masculines have been asking this question while in the resistance. Do I stay in the karmic life, or do I just freaking go for it already? This is the truth, the playful truth, the full permission, the divinely guided permission, the higher love, the new beginning in the physical. The masculines are stepping into it. Wow, beautiful. Let's see if we can get one card for this in the physical. We got a couple. We got courage, going forward, and fulfillment. So they're mustering the courage before going forward and fulfilling the fruit of their becoming. They are going to bear fruit upon the earth, I just heard. How beautiful, Divine Masculines, you are stepping into it. So Divine Feminines, don't doubt for a moment how profoundly influential you have been in this motion with your divine counterpart, in assisting them energetically in this becoming, getting them into alignment, them through their free will, aligning with this higher timeline kind of energy. Okay, now let's get into, okay, I'm going to use a different deck. I'm being guided to switch decks here for the same kind of a read for the feminines here. So what can we know for the feminines? What can we see for the divine feminines? What is it, Divine Creator, that we can see for the divine feminine collective? What is the cosmic purpose? What is the gift to humanity? What is the transmutation energy that the feminines are working with? the alchemical cosmic energy that the feminine polarity is working with on the planet at this time. Okay, dimensional planes of perception number 7, path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustment. So you are the intuitive, the creative intuitives that herald in the new cycles, the new advancements, the new innovations. You speak them out, you prophesy them, Divine Feminine. You are the High Priestess, one step from the veil. You are the first energy to bring something from spirit into physical form. It doesn't mean that it has been defined yet. That's a masculine attribute. In the essence of the High Priestess, there is a knowing, and then the masculine brings this form and structure in that regard. So something that you have prophesied or spoken about has influenced your Divine Masculine to do the motion of stepping out as the real them that we just witnessed. And you are in a new cycle of this, Divine Feminines. You are again radically shifting your perspective of the journey, of this path, of your spiritual awareness, of your calibration of focus. So you are taking one more incremental bit of focus off your divine counterpart onto the divine. Regarding a new theme, a new attribute of the journey has created more alignment to source than the counterpart. This is the systematic letting go. I believe it happens on all chakra levels. We go through an experience where we see that we've been choosing our counterpart over the divine on each of the developmental metaphors, and that we take that focus systematically when we're triggered, when we catalyze each other, something, and each one of those things we shift to our divine alignment and let go of the person, and we become more masterful, more spiritual. And that's why it happens in cycle after cycle after cycle, because there are these different lenses by which we attribute the credit to the person rather than the source. And so it's a systematic letting go of the person and coming into alignment with source. That is not negating the person, rejecting the person, all of that. So there's this major paradigm shift, and it's come through a few times in private readings that this is on the crown chakra level, and it is one of the final motions of truly aligning with source in the highest. So Divine Feminines, you are changing and ultimately coming into impeccable alignment with source and removing the pressure, the binding, the limitation off of the person. This is incredibly self-loving. It is incredibly faith-based. It's incredibly loving of other, to totally allow them to do them in complete freedom. And this is a major paradigm shift. It's a bit unnerving. It's like taking the hands completely off the wheel. I may have expressed this in yesterday's reading. It's crystallized a little bit more, but the divine has shown me it's like we're at an amusement park on a roller coaster, and we've been wearing the safety harness of codependency, hanging on to our twin. The divine is suddenly saying, whoop, the safety harness is gone. Look at me, you'll be fine. You won't fall off the ride. It was an illusion. The twin was an illusionary safety harness. It never existed. Keep looking at me. That's what the divine energy is saying. It's the walk on water version of mastery here. So Divine Feminines, there's this massive shift of awareness on this journey where you are completely letting go. You don't need the safety gear anymore. The training wheels are off. Keep focused. You're going to see things about reality in the next few months that have never been before seen by humanity. And you are going to be the first ones to discern these things, to see it, Divine Feminines. It's a beautiful thing. Well, let's see. How is that playing out for you emotionally, for us emotionally, Divine Feminines? It's so absolutely an honor to bring these messages through. They are mind-boggling, aren't they? Let's see, how is this playing out for the feminines emotionally? Gone but not gone. walking away but not rejecting, letting go but not abandoning. The emotional unity, it's not one or the other, it's all. How beautiful, divine feminines. You're realizing it's not an either or, it's an everything. Compassion holds space in your heart for it all. And this is how we maintain within relationship and keep our sovereignty. We do us in the midst of everything. Okay, what are we getting? Community and going forward. You are not alone, divine feminine. So you are free to move at will from solo, independent to community. There's hope to be a contributor, a collaborator. You have been in a deep incubation, becoming a contributor, divine feminines, a true contributor with divine backing, with energetic backing. And your whole paradigm is shifting because this journey has supported you in your spiritual becoming, in your awakening, in your growth. It has all been preparing you for going forward. This hope, this balance, the integration. But you are a leader in contribution of the purest energetic, the light codes, the rainbow warrior I just heard, the transformation. You are this imaginal being that has come into existence through this cocooning process that you've undergone in the journey so far. It's your time to shine, I just heard. Divine feminines, go forward freely and share this good news of your becoming, of your triumph, of your victory, of your balance, I just heard. That is so beautiful. Okay, how is this path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustment playing out in the conscious mind? The moon. Secrets, subconscious secrets coming to light on the conscious mind. The subconscious is being divulged. There is nothing hidden anymore about the old paradigms. You see it clearly now, all of it, or you will do so in the future, in the near future. So the last information that's been encoded in our Akash, in our genealogy, in our societal norms, it's all being seen for what it is now, divine feminines, as well as the deep alchemical work that this journey has done from the divine sense, from the becoming sense. All of it is melding and being revealed so that you can go forward with joy, I just heard. What is the card that we're going to get regarding the conscious mind and all the secrets being embracing? Okay, so compassion holds space. It does not reject the journey. It does not reject the previous notions. It does not reject. It augments. It embraces. It colors. It expands upon. It uses as a framework. So everything that has come before has become a foundation, and we're building new steps of consciousness on top of the old paradigms. It's not a full rejection. There is wisdom. They are our roots as humanity as we ascend. These are essential building blocks that we are now ready to build upon because we see them for the fruit, for the benefit at each of the stages. We no longer simply reject, we now are in gratitude. That is an ascended consciousness. It's embracing, it's accepting, it is validating, affirming, and building upon. It's supportive. It's no longer rejected or at odds. So this is a paradigm shift, that it's not leaving one thing for another. It's not an either or. It's a understanding and including, expanding upon and growing. So feminines, your whole thought process is undergoing a transformation right now. And you're about to bring this into your communities and into influence on a greater level. What can we see in the physical for the feminines with path change, paradigm shifts, and adjustments? kindness. You're being more kind to yourself, divine feminines, and that in turn is bringing simple kindness into your world. This is the contribution. Paying it forward, being kind for the right reasons, with the right timing, not for the pretense of kindness, for the status, for the image of it. This is the most genuine, sincere sweetness. This is you being that true soul self that you've always been, that has been limited through fear. This is you doing this without fail consistently now. You have embodied, and you now know, I'm hearing, if others can't see that, that is on you, on them, not you. And you're just in your lane doing you, but now you're starting to see the results. It's being received. As you become more receptive for this truth of who you are, others around you are genuinely receiving your kindness. There's no more overcompensating. People are seeing you for who you are. You're no longer misunderstood, divine feminine. There is a softening. Pay attention to that softening, I'm hearing. That you are being seen and you are seeing others, and it is becoming less judgmental, more accepting, more soft, more sweet, more beautiful. Divine feminines, it's a good day on planet Earth. What can we see as the next energetic step here? Forgiveness and miracles. Booyah! So, divine feminines, the impossible, things are being let go. And I'm always getting that this is the divine counterparts here. Your divine counterpart is doing that in their own right, even at a distance. Just trust, this is the becoming. This is community. This is all the lights, all the rainbow warriors, all those light warriors, light workers, earth workers, star seeds, engaging their Merkabas and stepping into freedom. Overcoming. This is the crown chakra explosion that happens when the aha moment happens, where you come into alignment and you reach the kundalini, the enlightened supernova energy. It's a beautiful thing. All rockets engage. How beautiful. Okay, so you're going to see this in action this year, divine feminines, or the next few months. It's going to really renew your hope in this stuff. Let's get into daily divine masculine reading. And what we can see, how are the divine masculines viewing the connection today? We saw that little bit of a, oh yeah, their whole world is being shifted. I was just going to say in the opening message, we saw that there was some sort of an assumption about you, divine feminine, about reality, about love. They thought they had you pegged, but you changed, divine feminine, and their whole worldview is now internally changing because they saw something they didn't see before, because we've crossed the marker. You've changed your paradigm, you've shifted your approach, divine feminine, and it has radically influenced your divine masculine. But let's see, what are they thinking about the connections? What are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for the connection? What actions are being taken? What is the biggest challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? Where are the connections going in the near future? Oh, I wanted to add in the 3D. So let's see what we get. On the conscious mind, enlightenment coming in and discernment. So there are still things being revealed right now. Divine masculines are in that sorting, the integration phase of whatever the triggering was. We do have, oh, there are twins here. I just saw when I turned that up. So I just get that surprise that some divine masculines are like, that's my perfect match. That's my mirror image. That's my divine counterpart. That's my twin. So I'm getting that divine masculines are discerning just how sacred this connection is. That's funny. I looked down and I saw the word sacred as I was saying it. So double confirmation there, that there is nothing quite like it. And they're seeking out, why is this connection so predominant? Why is it so significant in my life? They are really seeking the understanding of why it's so impactful. Divine feminines, this is the destined path. This is the realization in one's own right. Even if we don't see it, this is how it unfolds. You do have a shared destiny with this person. Do not believe for a second it's just in your head, that your masculine isn't being supported by it, doesn't recognize it. They do know. They know there's something up here, something different. And if they do know what the twin flame journey is, some of them are wondering, knowing what I know, what am I supposed to do with that? What does it mean? What am I supposed to do going forward? Don't worry, missions coming in. Divine masculines are starting to get mission statement downloads and more information on what they're meant to be doing. And it will come into alignment about collaboration and how it's energetically been collaborated all the way along. It will come into full conscious recognition eventually. This is an eventual becoming kind of energy. We are here. It's all on the table. Believe it, it's rolling out. And so in these times of spaciousness in the connection, look at how deep in thought this individual is in this card. The masculines are giving this thought. They are giving it concerted effort. They are meditating on it. They are asking for understanding. Okay, what are we seeing on the heart space? The confusion has been seen through. Connection. They know this is a connection of a lifetime, I just heard. There is no other. There is no other that, illuminates like this. Everything that they've been doing, this is the material pursuit, the illusion, the temptation, that's been turned on its head. They now see something in a way they did not see it before about this connection. They see how this connection has supported them while they've been doing all of this otherworldly pursuit. They see this connection has stood the test of time. They see some kind of an influence that they can't even attribute directly to you, but mostly directly to the fact that you exist, and the weird synchronicity, the weird flow, the timing of your connection, the way that it has shown up at certain pivotal moments in their life. You are a key player, but not directly. They see the indirect way that this connection has shaped their character, has shaped their existence without even having to be directly affirmed between the two of you. It is a spiritual connection. It is a gift from the divine because it has afforded them this unusual set of circumstances that has supported them in ways they could never have imagined being supported. I just heard ecstatic tears, ecstatic recognition. That's profound. Divine feminines, your divine masculine is realizing the supernatural attributes of this connection whilst they're looking for creature comforts and connection in other individuals vicariously through just being in proxy to you. This connection has afforded them everything they've needed from another. It's quite shocking to see that way, that these connections have offered everything to the counterparts that we think we seek in scenarios. Authentically, those fruits have been bared even without 3D connection or romantic relationship. Those things we used to think we were looking for in romantic relationship have been fulfilled by this connection. And the divine masculines are realizing that they have not even had to have relationship with you in a romantic sense, ongoing, for those fruits to be bared here. That is mind-boggling, awesome. Divine feminines, even if the passion hasn't been there, there has been this internalized soul path that both counterparts have been walking. So even if it hasn't been this consistent sexual connection or, romantic love, the soul fire burns within each individual, and this has done a sacred spiritual thing in the lives of both twins. Wow. What are the masculines wishing for at this time? Commitment, preservation. They want to fight for this. They want to preserve it. They want to acknowledge it. They want to affirm it. Now they see it for the sacred thing. They understand how it's compelled them, propelled them, how it's preserved their success, how it has shown them what true success is. Honor where honor is due, respect where respect is due. They really do see how they have become an extraordinary human, how you are an extraordinary human, and how their path of becoming has been preserved in part because of this energetic accountability over the years I just heard. So even for those who have just recently met, the masculines are looking back on the scope of their lives and seeing how some of their beliefs were taking root, and then you affirmed and confirmed those things when you met in human form. You validated some of their hunches where they did not have that example previously, Divine Feminines. Dry your tears, Divine Feminines. The Divine Masculines are catching on to the spiritual significance of these relationships, how they have brought them into the energy of what really matters. Dry your tears, Divine Feminines. Start looking at the higher light, the higher love in these connections, in the histories, because the masculines are appreciating them on a higher level too. Do the same, I'm hearing. What are the masculines conscious? What are they doing? Advocating for themselves, setting healthy boundaries, stepping into their brilliance and saying, I'm the one qualified to lead this particular thing into the world. Step out of my way. Stop naysaying. Stop telling me. Stop, preaching at me that it can't be done if you will not step onto your path. Let me do it. I'm coming through. They know their brilliance. They know their worth. They know they've got a message for humanity. They know they've got these creative things they have to bring without further ado to the world. And anybody who's going to stand in their way, they're going to speak up about it now. They're going in that direction. And the Divine says it will bring you into union, Divine Feminines. Don't worry if it seems like they're on a war path, the solo path, the emerging path, independent path. This is what will bring you back around into union. This is the barrier that they need to go through in order to claim their true freedom. They're no longer held back by guilt and shame, the opinions of their mothers or generational opinions or assumptions, societal imprinting. They're going for it. They are taking the action. They are righting the wrongs. They are healing the injustices. They are going forward. Time is of the essence. They are activating this time capsule. They are at large. The Divine Masculines are coming at you, world. They are about to unveil the higher in ways they don't even know is becoming. They are truly activating. What is their biggest challenge at this time? Oh, this is the kindness that the Divine Feminines got. This actual authentic embodiment. And so didn't we just get that message, Divine Feminines? You exemplify it first. You're the first from the one side of the veil to material form, and you become that light for your masculine. So just be in your authentic truth, your goodness for its own sake, because you've become it, and know that you are a light to show your Divine Masculine that. And we get productivity. So the Divine Masculines are being challenged right now in how to integrate this simple goodness, the kindness for self and other, in the mix with their productivity. I am hearing that that means that some karmic situations that are not supportive, authentically supportive of the Divine Masculines will be released, because they will be a dead weight on the productivity. The Divine Masculines are going to understand that they are in their own lane doing what they are being asked to do, and that if anybody is harping on them for that, that they are not in love. They are not acting from love. They are acting in control paradigms, and the masculines will be able to release that. The Divine Masculines are also understanding when their hearts are in simple alignment like this, they run at optimum. There are no distractions. It fuels itself. They are no longer serving two masters. They are just in this simple alignment. Divine Feminines, the changes are happening one by one in the physical, it takes time. Change takes change. And so the steps have to be gone through. What's the spirit solution for the divine masculines? Efficiency. Oh, we get efficiency and center. So as you come into this center, divine masculines, look, we've got the high priest, the spiritual knowing, channeling. The efficiency is upped. So we are seeing productivity and efficiency. This is the simple kindness, the simple truth, the truth that sets you free, the highest spiritual activation. This is the permission to go forward. Divine feminines, their divine masculine is being given the green light to roll out their innovations, their divinely guided gifts to humanity. This is the time we've been waiting for. Everybody is stepping into it. Divine feminines, find your happiness, because your divine masculine is at large, is on the loose, is bringing this through. So keep asking yourself what you want, what makes you happy, so you don't get swept up in the hype of what's going to happen for your masculine. It's about counterparts holding their own, generating their own self-sustaining system, their own happiness. It doesn't matter what those things are, but we're each accountable for our own. What is the direction of this? Progress and clarity. So there's increased clarity on what needs to shift, what mindsets need to change in order for this progress, this forward motion to happen. It's like in real time, I'm hearing. And what do we get for the feminines? Give to yourself what you've been wanting to give to your masculine right now. Look for progress in your own right. Your divine masculine is preoccupied focusing out into bringing new things into the world. Utilize this grace period for you to see your reality in this way that you give. You cycle with your connection to source, all of your sustenance, your provision. You are meant to be looking at the divine, not the illusionary safety harness that you thought your divine masculine was in that roller coaster ride. You've got everything you need. This is the shift, the major shift for you, divine feminines. Okay, let's get, oh my goodness me. Okay, what is it that we can see for the divine masculines watching? Seal of individuality. You are individuating. You individuated from your mothers. You individuated from your divine feminines. You individuated from your karmic situations. You're going for it. Authenticity, uniqueness, integration. You've integrated that, or you will be, and you're stepping out and showing the world the real you. Reprogramming, transmutation, and stabilization. This is where you've got it for the long haul. This is true commitment, long-standing, consistent, stable. You go, masculines, energy forevermore. This is the eternal foundation, the cosmic foundation, the spiritual bedrock. What can we see for the energetic bedrock? What can we see for the feminines? We are getting harmonic oscillator, timing, rhythm, synchronization, and frequency. It's all timing, it's all frequency, it's all alignment. Divine feminines, keep doing you. Your masculine is doing them like never before, and that's what brings these unions into alignment in divine time. Keep it up. Bye for now, everybody.